scary them.
Yeah, he was scared enough, you know.
No, we didn't shake the hands.
I
don't know what to do.
And the new house we bought is right next to 7th Avenue, which I'm not going to be busy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please silence your cell phones and noisemakers until the conclusion of the ceremony. Good morning. I am Mr. Greg Cocking, principal of Northridge High School. Welcome to the commencement for the class of 2023. Northridge High School Grizzlies, class of 2023, are you ready?
Yes, they are.
Parents, guardians, families, friends, and honored guests, we present to you the Northridge High School class of 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in thanking the El Jabel Shrine Pipe Band for leading our procession this morning. Now please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by Senior Ray White and the presentation of the colors by the Northridge High School Marine Corps JROTC Color Guard. The Color Guard will be commanded by Cadet Brian Maynard, with Color Guard members Sergeant Timothy Longacre, Cadet Sergeant Aidan Midense, Cadet Sergeant Naomi McClure. Please remain standing until the colors have been retired. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome and introduce our guests and administrators for our commencement ceremony. Board of Education President Michael Matthews, Board of Education Vice President Terry Pappas, Board of Education Director Kyle Bentley, Board of Education Director Brenda Campos Spitzy, Board of Education Director Natalie Mash, Board of Education Director Rob Norwood, and Board of Education Director Taylor Sullivan. Superintendent Dr. Deirdre Pilch, Assistant Superintendent of Academic Achievement Dr. Stacy Dattery, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources Annette Overton, Chief of Safety and Security John Gates, Greeley School Resource Officers, District 6 Communication Department, Facilities and Administration, Assistant Principal Marky Ramirez, Assistant Principal Adam Cohn, Assistant Principal Jeff Collins, Dean of Students Megan Korpanik. Thank you for joining us today. Grizzlies, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve as your interim principal for the 2022-2023 school year. From the beginning, you impressed me with your friendly demeanor and your positive attitude. When you led the way in our first assembly by recognizing the incoming freshmen with a standing ovation, I realized I had become a member of a very special community. It has been a pleasure to watch you excel in academics, school leadership, athletics, and activities. You've experienced successes and overcome failures. You've been supported and celebrated by your teachers, family, friends, and mentors. Today, we honor your journey, confident that you are prepared for the challenges, opportunities, and joys to come. As your journey continues, remember to cultivate rich relationships with others. This is the path to happiness and longevity. Open yourself to change. Don't forget to remain flexible in body, mind, and heart. I would like to remind you of the message I shared with you during our first gathering together in the gym back in August. Focus on the good in yourselves. Focus on the good in those around you. Project your goodness. Share it with everyone you meet. And that goodness will multiply and it will return to you. And this will give you the strength you need to carry on. It will also help make the world a better place. When you entered the building as freshmen, you started your high school experience with the rite of passage and gained the freshman symbol of self-esteem. In your sophomore year, it was the symbol to improve. Junior year, it was partnership. And finally, in your senior year, success. Now, as graduates, you earn your final rite of passage symbol, domain of the Grizzly. The following poem was created by an original Grizzly, Mr. Kelly Gonzalez. Domain of the Grizzly. In the majestic forests of the Rocky Mountains resides a regal grizzly. The earth trembles at his approach. His muscles ripple with each thundering step. Like the Rockies, he towers over his domain. Creatures great and small respect the grizzly, for his awesome strength is legendary, his agile quickness deceptive. Confident and fearless, displaying his power as a warning, exhibiting fair judgment and discretion to those who cross his path. Only ill-mannered transgressors experience his mighty fury. Guardian of the animal kingdom, thriving in adverse conditions, symbol of pride, strength, endurance, respect, and triumph. Only those with honorable intentions and integrity can enter the domain of the grizzly. At this time, I would like to have those graduates who are the first in their family to graduate from high school to please stand and be recognized. Congratulations, you did it. With those who are graduating early, either at the semester or a full year early, please stand and be recognized. Your hard work and dedication is rewarded. Would the graduates who are the first in their family to attend college please stand and be recognized? Well done. Would graduates who will serve in the armed forces please stand to be recognized? Thank you for your service to our country. Would the graduates who will serve in any of the medical emergency services please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I would also like to recognize the many individuals who have helped our graduates participate in today's commencement ceremony. First, I would like to recognize the amazing Northridge staff. It has been a great honor to work with you. Graduates, please stand and face your family and celebrate those who are supporting you today. Please have a seat. Thank you, parents and guardians, for all the support you have provided your child over their years in high school. It takes a partnership between families and their school in order for every student to walk across the stage. Finally, and most of all, I would like to thank you, the class of 2023. It was my pleasure serving as your principal this past year. This year, we are honored to have Paige Hill as our student speaker. Paige is the daughter of Julie and Brett Hill. Next year, Paige will be attending the University of Northern Colorado, where she will be studying sports and exercise science and playing soccer as she pursues her dream, becoming a physical therapist or a physician's assistant.
Thank you, Mr. Cocking, and congratulations to the Grizzly class of 2023. I am honored to give the commencement address at today's graduation ceremony. Before I begin, I would like to extend a sincere thank you to all of the family members, teachers, administrators, coaches, and other contributors that have made today possible for all of the graduates. Speaking from personal experience, I know the great feat that graduating high school is, and it would not be possible without the help and support of our trusted adults. I've always heard people say that high school is the best 4 years of your life. As I stand here today, reflecting on my time at Northridge, I can't say that I truly believe that. However, I can confidently state that the last 4 years have been the most transformative period of my life and have taught me several lessons that will stick with me for long after I have left this school. I could stand up here for hours and talk about the multitude of knowledge and wisdom that I've gained in my time as a Grizzly. But seeing that this is the last time we'll ever be here together, I wanted to share the 3 most important things that I feel are essential for living a happy and successful life. First of all, I'm going to let you all in on a little secret that took me almost 18 years to discover. I hate to break it to you, but life isn't perfect, and neither are any of us. We all enjoy successes and failures. I've spent the majority of my young life trying to live up to the unreasonable standard of being a perfect student, a perfect athlete, a perfect daughter. It didn't matter what it was. I always wanted to be perfect in all aspects of my life. However, we often become so petrified of making a mistake that we lose sight of the value that failure can hold. Thomas Edison put it best when he said, "I've not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." I implore you to find 100,000 ways that don't work. Just never stop trying. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is merely a part of the journey to finding it. Which brings me to my next point. Embrace the adversity in your journey. The journey isn't always perfect either, but I'm a firm believer that it is what you make it. The fact that we are all here graduating today shows that we've made the most of a challenging time, spending much of our high school career living through a global pandemic. There will always be bumps, curves, and detours along the way that will test our character and push us to our limits. But if we focus our energy on the things that we can control, the things that we can't will fall into place. Adversity is inevitable in life, so it's not about whether you experience challenges and setbacks, but rather how we choose to deal with them and come out on the other side. Hardship changes people. but whether it's for the better or worse is up to you. Personally, I believe that the best approach to life is to embrace the position or situation that you've been put in, believe in things that you can't always see, and put your head down to go to work. Lastly, and by far most importantly, be kind. Morgan Freeman and I share the same belief that the world is changed by one random act of kindness at a time. Everyone here, regardless of your race, ethnicity, gender, financial status, or any other individual characteristic, is capable of modeling and worthy of receiving kindness. Being kind isn't about how much money you can donate to a charitable cause or how many hours of community service you've racked up. Kindness, at its root, is doing what you can, where you are, with what you have. As you proceed through your life and your journey in life, don't bulldoze others as they travel on theirs. It takes all kinds of people to make the world go around, and everyone deserves to feel valued for what they offer. If you leave this stadium today and take nothing else from what I've said, I hope you'll remember that kindness is a lost virtue and something that we desperately need more of in today's society. You have the ability to be that change. One small, random act of kindness may be the beginning of a momentous chain reaction. I am beyond proud to be a member of this class. I truly believe that we have left our legacy at Northridge High School and have given future Grizzlies a foundation to build off of. The potential for every individual here today is endless, and I can't wait to see the difference that we make in the world. Thank you again, and congratulations to the Grizzly class of 2023.
Thank you, Paige. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the class of 2023's selected keynote speaker, Mr. Josh Seamatter.
Happy graduation morning, everyone. Family, friends, community members, those who traveled hours and hours to be here, and those who drove across town. Thank you all for coming out this morning to celebrate and recognize the accomplishments of these young people. Seniors, congratulations on getting to graduation day and achieving this milestone in your lives. And thank you for selecting me for your graduation speaker, giving me the opportunity to address you all. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, I lived for the weekends. I know, it's kind of ridiculous, a little kid who lives for the weekends. Actually, no, that's not totally accurate. I lived for Saturdays. In those days without cable TV that my family couldn't afford, or the invention of streaming services, period, Saturday mornings meant cartoons. Particularly, I loved watching He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, and of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I loved watching cartoons. And to an extent, I guess I still do. Part of it is the sheer entertainment value of being transported into a different world for a while. Another element is a love of the stories being told and the characters being developed. Finally, the predictability of the events. Skeletor was never going to win. Mum-Ra was going to be defeated. Shredder and Krang would be stopped. Sure, the antagonist would devise a plan that was definitely going to work this time, but the protagonists would thwart their attempts every time. In very much the same way, Jerry's not going to catch and eat Tom, Elmer Fudd will never have a successful hunt of Bugs Bunny, and Wile E. Coyote is never going to apprehend Roadrunner. Heroes and villains losing is a well-established narrative structure. And tropes like these are important for stories, and they appear in genres no matter the media in which it's being presented. All the DC and Marvel movies which have dominated box office for most of your lives are this same trope. Essentially, the villains just come up with more devious and more extravagant ways to meet the same fate: failure. In an alternate universe where the villains win, not just for an episode, but they win, it's anarchy. And that's not really a story we want to watch. There's something here to explore, though. One of the tropes used in movies and shows for decades has been the dog chasing the garbage truck. In shows dating back for years, there was a dog who bolts out the front screen door when the garbage truck's coming down the road. The chase is then on. The truck driver's yelling at the dog's going crazy, chasing for all it's worth. Then the owner yells at the dog, as well as a loud apology to the driver. In that alternate universe where the bad guys win, what happens when the dog catches the garbage truck? That's what I want to process with you. Catching a garbage truck for you could mean achieving a goal you've pursued for a long time, earning a reward, accomplishing something, winning a feat, succeeding against all odds, realizing a dream, fulfilling your potential, reaching a destination. For all of you, graduation's a garbage truck. Strange metaphor, I know. Graduating high school is what you've worked for these last 4 years. And many of you were dreaming about this day even before you got to Northridge. It's been your goal for quite a while. Your pursuit is over. So now what? That's the point. What happens now that you've caught your garbage truck? Countless instances in our society prove that lots of people aren't always prepared for what life is like when they reach their goals. They achieve or they are on the cusp of achieving their dreams, and they're not prepared to deal with it. There's a scene in the 2010 animated film Tangled in which Rapunzel confides in Flynn Rider that she's terrified to see the lanterns float in the sky above her, which is really symbolic for the life she's not been able to lead while she's been locked in the tower. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but Flynn asks her if she's okay, and she responds by saying, "What if it's not everything I dreamed it would be? And what if it is?" As she's about to experience something she's dreamed about for years upon years, she's scared about the goal not living up to what she hoped it would be, even though she hasn't seen it yet. In a very similar manner, in The Great Gatsby, on the afternoon when Daisy goes to Jay's house for the first time, Nick Carraway ponders, there must have been moments that afternoon when Daisy tumbled short of his dreams, not through any fault of her own, but because of the colossal vitality of his illusion. Gatsby had so intensely built up the notion of winning Daisy over that it compromised his capacity to appreciate being in Daisy's presence, even though that's what he'd been focused on for 5 years. Michael Jordan, 14-time All-Star, 5-time MVP, 6-time NBA champion, and 6-time Finals MVP. When you look at that guy's career, all indications are that he should be happy, fulfilled, content. But if you've ever heard him do interviews, if you watch The Last Dance, if you heard his Hall of Fame induction speech, Jordan achieved so much, but that success hasn't done for him what one would think it should. Biggie Smalls, after he made more money than he could have ever imagined, which I'm sure he thought would solve everything for him, astutely said, "Mo money, mo problems." In each of these instances, people got where they wanted to go, but the destination wasn't what they wanted, or they didn't handle their achievement very well. So when all of you get accepted into the program, find the spouse, have a child, have a family, get bills paid, get the car, go on the trip, win the game, earn the degree, get the job, achieve the goal. When you've caught your garbage truck, what then? You have to be prepared for it. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, physically, etc., etc., etc. And that preparation could take shape in a lot of ways. This aspect of life is not an exact science. There's no lockstep procedure or simple set of rules you can follow because it's circumstantial. It depends upon you, and you owe it to yourselves to figure out what methods are going to work for you. For some, it means thinking about success during whatever process you're going through. Asking questions like, what will success mean? What will it feel like? What is it? How will I know when I get there? And sometimes the answer to these questions are easy and feel really obvious. But there are other times when it will take a great deal of reflection to determine the answer. Some of you might need to take time after achieving something to calibrate yourself, to make sure that what you achieved really is what you wanted. And whether it is or not, you have to set a new course. Maybe, as it's stated in Big Panda and Tiny Dragon by James Norbury, when I'm lost, said Tiny Dragon, I find it helps to go back to the beginning and try to remember why I started. No matter what shape your preparation takes, you have to be prepared to catch the garbage truck before you ever catch it. Being successful, appreciating that success, and finding meaning and fulfillment in it doesn't just mean striving doggedly all the time and always being in pursuit mode. You have to create a delicate balance in your life because success is fickle. In this real world that we're all living, there aren't cartoon-esque endings where protagonists always win and everything's generally wrapped up in a 20 neat little minute segment. Sometimes you're successful before you realize it. Sometimes it doesn't happen on the timeline you or society think it should. Sometimes you have to work crazy hard, and other times it feels too easy. As you set off in your lives beyond Northridge, graduates of 2023, remember to wash your hands and wear sunscreen. Be kind to yourself and others, be patient with your own humanity, and be willing to ask for help sometimes. You have achieved what you set out to do. After some well-deserved celebration, figure out what your next garbage truck is and go get it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Seameadow. I now present the Board of Education Director, Mrs. Natalie Mash, who will accept the class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Cocking. What a great honor it is to stand before you all, the class of 2023 of Northridge High School, and share with you heartfelt greetings from the District 6 Board of Education. We are excited to join you, your family and friends, and the faculty and staff in proudly recognizing your accomplishments. It is my pleasure, as a member of the Greeley Evans School District 6 Board of Education, to certify that each of you has met all of the graduation requirements of Northridge High School as recommended and certified by the faculty and staff. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Education, you are now authorized to receive your individual diplomas. Congratulations to each of you.
At this time, we will present diplomas to the class of 2023. Graduating seniors' names will be read by faculty members Mrs. Diane Patterson, Mrs. Janice Davis, Mr. Dylan Turpin, and Mr. Adam Cordova. Live young, wild, and free is the motto selected by the class of 2023. Their flower, a rose. Each student will receive a rose to give to someone who has helped him or her prepare for this joyful new adventure. And now, the class of 2023.
Mark D'Angelo Felix Llamas.
Evelyn Ruby Valesco Gonzalez.
Jaden Jack Garcia.
Yesenia Marie Martinez.
Roberto Jeremías Martínez.
David Gutierrez.
Jazmín Juárez Camacho.
Liana Nayeli Jimenez.
Irving Terrazas.
Cole Allen Nelson.
Haley Corona Duran.
Paige Catherine Hill.
Marlon Chavez Rodriguez.
Haley Mariah Lombardelli.
Emily Guerrero.
Micah Tyree Wilson.
Natalie Parras Corral.
Maximus Alexander Gorman.
Cody Warren Burkholder.
Andrew James Willman.
Jessica Cecilia Contreras Rendon.
Jesse James Hamill.
Leslie Janae Flores.
Mackenzie Alexander Morton.
Jacqueline Soto Rodriguez.
Shaniqua Ivory Charchette.
Clarissa Nava Ortiz.
Helen Gaona.
Esmeralda Sainz Amada.
Lauro Kevin Juarez Enriquez.
Stephanie Loma Garcia.
Dorian Frederick DeMoss.
Ángel Saúl Contreras Arellano.
Abriana Athleen Galindo.
Alexa Danae Gurley.
Brendan Dean Peterson.
Aaron Martinez Martinez.
Cooper Jordan Rose.
Alejandro Ramirez.
Christopher Thomas Thill.
Carlos Manuel Orellana Castillo.
Inaro Sosa Pinales.
Karime Roque González.
Jackson David Jenkins.
Carlos Eduardo Calisto Laguna.
Madison Odette Gilly.
Kevin Jeremías León Sanic.
Annalise G. Hay Elizabeth Darnell.
Braulio Emilio López Alvarado.
Anissa Rosalie Holguin.
Idalia Guadalupe Ramos Ocon.
Alyssa Nicole Tressler.
Lisbeth Quintero Carrasco.
Kyle Gregory Marler.
Remigio Neftali Ailón Mendoza.
Alexandra Alvarez Rivera.
Juan Bautista Morán Lem.
Avery Rivera.
Ruano Morán Lem.
Magali Parras Corral.
Marissa Ariana Martinez.
Ivan Aaron Carrasco.
Alexis Rose Jimenez.
There you go. Ariani Batista.
Jasmine Casas.
Jennifer Alexa Lozoya Ramos.
Jasmine Eliana Covarrubias Rascón.
Diana Yasmin Hinojosa.
Yaneli Natalie Saldivar.
Caprice Lynn Pearson.
Nayeli Anali Valencia.
Jason Alexis Montes Corona.
Daniela Adriana Recinos Guardado.
Fabiola Méndez.
Araya Shea Brink.
Parker Daniel Steckel.
Dante Stefan Newman.
Jace, Cole, Morris, Reed.
Sean Roden Fretwell.
Gannon, Daniel, McGean.
Audel Badomero Mazariegos Rodriguez.
Pierce, Austin, James.
Anthony Ernesto Galvez.
Robert, Dylan, Hubbard.
Daniel Morales Alvarez Jr.
Zachary, Dwayne, Van Soest.
Martin Gabriel Mercado Jr.
Juliet, Hagos.
Allen Loma.
Bo, Mateus, Greer.
Jaden Matthew Janicki.
Haley, Elizabeth, Conyers.
Victor Manuel Gonzalez.
Braden, Marie, Starbuck.
Mariela Yvette Tejeda Bocanegra.
Carson, Elizabeth, Peterson.
Everto Basilio López Vicente.
Carly, Shay, Beck.
Kelvin Guillermo Ponce Barrios.
Kinsey, May, McCune.
María Castro García.
Leila, Avalos.
Evelyn García Morales.
Kathleen, Jolene, Werner.
Natalie Alva.
Mackenzie, Marie, Ashley.
Irene Andrés Martín.
Andy, May, Peterson.
Kimberly Naomi Leos.
Juliana June Young.
Kanan Robert Gallegos.
Alyssa Annette Silva.
Diego Guardado Nava.
Alyssa Raquel Vega.
Loren Elizabeth Charlotte Long.
Anthony Raymond Sierra Jr.
Jose Yan Guerrero.
Juan Diego Madrid.
Anaya Raylan Tellez.
Angel Cadillo. Jaime
Cindy Cisneros Quesada.
Jaime Manuel Dominguez.
Clarita Nine Collins.
Jose Angel Oliva.
Jasmine Angel Sims.
Kevin Adiel Lopez Marquez.
Rosie Leila Villalobos.
Lucio Aron Acuna Montanez.
Dayanara Ruiz Cabrera.
Juan Carlos Thomas Pablo.
Walter Rolando Pablo Escobar.
Salvador Vasquez.
Amy Akia Pando.
Antonio Angel Avila.
Ashley Ruby Hernandez Hernandez.
Carver Alex Lamoureux.
Juliana Juju Malia Palomino.
Dallas Jerome Dickinson.
Alexander Jimmy Gonzalez.
Jaya Nicole Telez.
Max Victoria Cochin.
Sydney Lynn Fosdick.
Lana Lauren Kitt.
Gerardo Duarte Saceda.
Savannah Jane Jeanette Allen.
Maria Vargas.
Nicolás Román Terrones.
Elizabeth Rodriguez.
Alyssa Jada de la Rosa.
Brianna Lopez Torres.
Karen Pacheco Galván.
Maria Loma Loma.
Cassandra Stubbs.
Guadalupe Brisney Marroquin Pascal.
Eileen Berrumen Alvarado.
Kelsey Ann Marine Johnson.
Jonathan Gregory Avalos Dominguez.
Stephanie Diaz.
Anthony Gutierrez Sanchez.
Miguel Angel Reyes.
Haley May Mahalik.
Cameron Odell Swanson.
Abigail Sue Vogelai.
Gavin Bryce Wilborn Fossum.
Bailey Michelle Bencourt.
Harrison Tim Smith.
Deandra Dawn Rosemary Pulido.
Grayson Lee Mersha.
Avery May Sleeman.
Manuel Hernandez.
Haley Rihanna McCowan.
Joanna Rosaline Marroquin Pascal.
Leilani Aaron White.
Janetta Delgado.
Nashir Rizwan Banji.
Jaden Alejandro Dominguez.
Evan Austin Smith.
Carlos Pinon Chavez.
Jordi Lopez Larrera.
Edwin Chaparro Nevadas.
Clarissa Ann Galloway.
Juan Beltran Ramirez.
Savannah Faith Cagle.
Benjamin Eliezer Rivera Vega.
Justin Dale McDaniel.
Damon Robert West.
Julianne Danae Villa.
Lionel Aron Aguilar.
Morgan Simon Junio Warwick.
Eric Alexis Santos.
Maya Lynn Castaneda.
Candelaria Petrona Lopez Jacinto.
Zachary Ivan Springer.
Joanna Tejeda Gomez.
Gerardo Aguilar.
Luis James Martinez.
Austin Daniel Lumberdelli.
Mercy Lane Suttle.
Alexander Esteban Esteban.
Davian Lorenzo Zubia.
Carla Iván Armendariz.
Jaden Christopher Massengale.
Alejandra Antonia Conchas.
Dylan Harrison Sugi.
Elizabeth Jaime Gallegos.
Diego Juan Valleos.
Donna Isabela Loma de la Cruz.
Alexa Brooke Herrera.
Turi Sadai Guerrero Porras.
Aiden Jesus Cordova.
Brenda Reyes Reyes. Esmeralda Reyes Reyes.
At this time, I would like to welcome Cody Burkholder, Student Body President, to the stage for the changing of the tassels. Cody has many fond memories of his time here at Northridge High School. One such memory was during COVID, when he spent hours sitting with friends out on the lawn because of our strange schedule and color-coded cohorts. Cody is planning to study biochemistry and quantitative biosciences at the Colorado School of Mines this fall. Please join me in welcoming Cody Burkholder.
Seniors, please rise. I am honored to be conducting the turning of the tassels. There's so much to say about this wonderful group. A wide variety of things have been accomplished by all of you in a variety of fields. You have left your mark during your 4 years, and your legacy and impact will continue to be felt. There's so much to say, but you've waited long, and it's cold. Without further ado, class of 2023, we may now move our tassels from right to left. Congratulations.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating the graduation of Northridge High School's class of 2023. Seniors are invited to celebrate with their families outside of the stadium and to pick up your diploma and other senior items in the cafeteria before you leave. Please enjoy your senior song, Congratulations, by Post Malone.